Stetson University.
Getting a chance to talk to our fellow students abroad on the ways that social media affects us in our everyday lives as well as politically.
We found that Twitter and Facebook were the most reliable sources for them to keep updated on their news, and that's really interesting because here in the States it's more just for keeping up with your friends.
And in Egypt, in the revolution times, the social media was the main source and was the core of the news.
Even some of the private Egyptian channels were actually also involved with the government, so we were getting all the same news from different parts to try to convince the Egyptians that this is not what you want and this is just bad people within the society rising up and trying to damage our image.
So we found out later that they were sometimes blowing up the numbers of the victims or exaggerating the amount of violence that was happening.
There's a lot of stuff we don't see, and I think the best way to communicate is over the internet on stuff that can't be so much filtered by the big corporations.
I guess people's perspectives are shaped by the community that they're placed in or whatever source of information they get from.
Here we get like a lot of international news all the time, and when I was there, most of the news was local news.
When I first heard about it, I was actually watching the television news, but a lot of the videos were first brought out through YouTube and online.
I think that the internet can be more reliable than the news sometimes because the news kind of censors like what the really important stuff is. But there is the saying in journalism, if it bleeds, it reads.
So just as technology can protect, it can also hurt and it can also heal, and going on with the doctors and different things like that, just like it's neutral in different senses. It can be used for both good and evil.
Progress in social media as being threatening to privacy of citizens, and it seemed like a lot of American students were, for them this was a big concern.
It's due to the fact that we're all getting more and more connected because of the media. I mean, 50 years ago they didn't have, this fast-paced internet, this moving, like, global interconnection.
Stetson University.